Hi, Rebecca. I'm glad you could join us.
Hi there.
Are you familiar with using computers?
A little bit. I know about email. I did the stock market on computers,
Okay.
the weather.
Okay, because on this one, which some people are finding difficult, is using Zoom and then going to what we call our Google Classroom at the same time, doing kind of a split screen. So if you need to just hear me to see what's going on, that's going to be fine. Since you didn't join us last week, we had some hiccups last week, and I think they've kind of figured out. And what I recommended to some people is if they weren't able to figure it out, you can Zoom on your phone and then use your computer to do the computery stuff. So we'll give it a try and see how it works today. I know you're kind of going, uh-oh, what? So, see.
Well, now the thing is, uh, I don't have a computer to use. I'm just using it on the cell phone.
Oh, you are just
At
using
the
your cell phone.
library, at the library they have a time limit set on there, and at the senior center they've had the computer center closed down for 6 months.
Wow. Okay,
So
because I
for
assumed that
renovations.
I assumed you went to the library. That was my understanding last. What is their time limit they have? Nobody answered me on that. How long do they let you stay on the
Uh,
computer?
an hour and a half. No, and they
Okay.
don't have cameras.
Well,
They don't have a camera.
and cameras are okay, and that's probably a good thing in the library. They don't have that camera thing going on. That
And
could,
the talking back and forth.
yes, and that would be distracting to others. I get that. Okay. We're going to see how this works in with the cell phone for you. I know that on certain activities, the cell phone isn't able to send in the assignments that we do. So
Oh,
we learned that the last time with the last group that we did, but we'll figure it out and you'll get the gist of it. And the main things are that we're working towards getting you job ready is the main thing. And so we're going to be doing resumes and talk about interviews, but the first couple weeks are working on technology skills and different jobs. It depends on what kind of job you're looking for. Some of them need a lot of tech savvy, some of them nothing really at all. So it just kind of depends. And it's tougher. That's why I was asking. It is tougher to go through Zoom if you're not that familiar. But we're going to give it a go. And I get it. You live in
okay.
Kingsport, so that's a bit of a drive. And I know they do provide the net trans, but it's not paid for. Hi, Deborah. So,
Mhm.
so I know that can be an issue. And if we don't get things figured out, I actually do live in Kingsport, and I was going to meet you possibly at the library someplace. I didn't realize that computer labs were shut down at the job center up there,
Yeah.
but I was going to meet you somewhere possibly
No,
and
I
get.
mean the library shut down at the senior center.
Oh, yeah, okay.
At the job center, they said it was too busy on Tuesday afternoons to allow me to use them.
Did they say when
So
they would
we
be able?
could
Go ahead.
meet somewhere. I mean, we could meet at the library uh, sometime. When just like you said.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would think they'd be fine with that because then we're not doing the Zoom. It would just be in person, and I put you on the Google Classroom and do things. So we'll see how this works today. My point is, don't get frustrated if this isn't going quite right. We'll figure something out for you.
Okay.
Right, Deborah? We had
Okay.
lots of
Good.
hiccups last week, didn't we?
We did good. Everybody did.
we
It worked
we
out.
it did. We got through it, and a couple of them came in person Thursday, and we got some of them squared away. And Charles, we're still having some hiccups with him, so I'm interested to see if he's coming on Zoom today or if he's going to join us in person later this week. But he was the only one. We still had some hiccups, but we try our very best to get everybody situated.
I might have hiccups
Good.
today, who knows? So, but
You
I'm too
never
far
know.
to come in. It's 2-hour drive.
Oh yeah, no, that's yeah, no.
Yeah,
And
I
Rebecca
know.
lives in Kingsport where I live, so that's easier. I could meet up with her maybe on a Wednesday afternoon or something, and we can
Oh,
maybe knock
that's
out some
nice.
stuff. So if we yeah,
Yeah.
because my whole point is I want you all to feel comfortable with some technology and to get some skills under your belt, especially if you're looking for a better paying job, because now the it's not going to be paying much to be doing this anymore. So yeah,
Hmm.
some of you, the deadline's already changed, and some of you, it's going to be down the line that they're not going to be paying $12 an hour anymore. And so nobody wants to be paid $7 an hour if you can find something better.
Well, that's what we were paid for the beginning part of it.
I
They
understand that.
only, it was only to make up for letting us not work for those couple of months, and then we were only allowed to work for 15 hours. So I thought it was to make up for the
Well, I
loss
was,
of work time.
that's kind of what I was told. I was told there was a surplus that wasn't used up in the fall. I'm not sure how that was. So maybe that was, you guys weren't able to work. I'm not sure what it was. Oh, when the government shut down, maybe that's what it was. So I know that there was
Mhm.
surplus money that was used for that, and now it's gone. And so now it's back to the
Yeah.
minimum wage, which for some people, that's all they want is just a little bit, just to kind of keep them busy. But a lot of people have bills to pay and want a little bit more. And so that's kind of what part of this
Mhm.
is so that we can get you a better paying job with some benefits, maybe if you need them, that sort of thing.
Right.
So,
Yeah. I have to find the time. Oh, there it is. 1 minute.
yep. And we're still waiting on some people. I don't see Joy, and we finally got her in. We got her situated last week. She was the one, Joy was
Good.
having a lot of problems, but we got it. We stayed in there forever. We hung in there. We got it done.
Well,
And
good.
then, and like I said, I'm not Kent. I'm surprised he's not in yet. He was the one doing really well last week. No hiccups. So hopefully he's doing all right. And part of it is finding that the link, because each week it's gonna be the same link to in the same password. I don't think it asked you the password. Did it ask you again for the password?
It asked me this time for a password. It did not the last time, but it's the same password that you had the last time too.
It's supposed to be the same link and the same
Yeah.
password, but I was told that you don't need the same password once you've logged in. Who knows?
But they were using my computer the last classes that you had.
Uh-huh.
So I let them use my computers, the other people that took the class, so they could have more than one, and they had logged on with mine.
Okay. Well,
So
maybe that
that's
had something to
probably
do with
why
it.
I didn't. But this
Possibly.
Well,
time I had to.
that password was tricky because when you put the S in, that goes in as capital and the other small letters.
It should have been
So I've
all
got,
caps. It should have been
I
all
know,
caps.
but
Hit your
I know,
caps
but
lock on your computer. Hit your caps lock button.
okay. Yeah, okay. That's an
Yeah,
idea.
then you'll have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just remember to take it off for other things, because then people forget they
Yeah.
have the cap locks and things aren't working. They can't figure out why. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. So well, that's interesting. We don't have Kent yet. Because he even sent me an email this morning about it. Enjoy. And then there was a new participant, also Shirley. She was going to be joining us today.
She called and talked to me because she's in our area. She
Uh-huh.
said she had an appointment this afternoon at 2 o'clock. She couldn't make it. So she's going to attend Thursdays from 9 to 11, or this Thursday. I don't know what she's going to do after that, but she asked to do it here. So if she needed help logging on, I could help her.
Oh,
So
good.
she's coming in Thursday from 9:30 to 11.
Okay. Well, thank you for helping her out with that. I met her the last 8 weeks, and she needs some extra help. She's sweet, sweet, sweet lady.
She's very, very sweet. Yes.
Yes. But she didn't have a lot of computer knowledge, because I was real surprised. And they said she's going to Zoom my because she had come in person and was kind of struggling even in person. So I was a little
Oh, I
concerned.
see.
So she's
Yeah,
gonna she needs a little hand holding, but sweet, sweet lady, really, really
she
sweet
is. She
lady.
wanted to do it on her own at her home, but she didn't think she was capable of it. So that's why she's coming in here to where I work,
Well, I
which is
appreciate that, because
fine.
I
I'll be
don't
here.
think she could have done it on her own. I think she's like 82 or 83 years old.
She's
She's
80 something, if not
something,
just
yeah,
80, I don't know.
yeah,
But
the
yeah, but
sweet,
you'd
sweet
never
lady.
think. You would
No,
not think though.
no, no,
I
not at
know.
all. And age
No.
does not just, some people are very savvy, and then I've got some people that can't hunt and peck their way through, and it's been interesting
Yeah.
working with people, but everyone's been learning and building their knowledge, which is awesome. That's what it's
Well,
all
I
about.
told her I think I can help her, but if I can't, I can't, but I'll try.
Oh, I think you can. I
Because
think
I
you can.
don't know that I have what I need for the computer. I don't speak computer well. I can
Well,
speak another language, but not computer language so well.
we're all learning. We're all in this together. But patience, I think, is the language we all need doing this. That's the language we all need to be working on. But like I said,
We
she's a
didn't
sweet.
go to we didn't go to school learning this or even
No.
having such a thing in school.
And now these
So
2-year-olds are on their phones and doing all, like they're teaching us, 5-year-olds are teaching us stuff like, wow, I didn't know that. So yeah, we were not born knowing how to do this stuff or even have
no.
the access to learn it. So I think we're all doing very, very well considering where we started from.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, yes. And I'm there with you. I'm the same age as y'all. I'm right in there with you all. And I remember, I think it was probably middle school, maybe we were in advanced school that got some computers in the classroom. And maybe I think once it was maybe 8th grade or something like that. And so yeah.
Well, you're a lot younger than me then. We did not have them in school at all.
Oh, okay. I did in high school. I took a programming, now they call it coding. I took a programming, it was the first I was in a cutting edge kind of area, so maybe, but I don't.
Mm.
I'm 60.
Oh,
Well, I bet you all they didn't have them when I was going to school.
So
no, even when I worked, we didn't have them in the beginning. Then I remember getting them, but
yeah,
somebody else did the work, a
yeah.
company.
Well, yeah, and now it's this way. Yeah, so we've got Joy added in here now
Yes.
too. So yay, Joy. Maybe. Hi, Joy. You with us? There she is. Hi.
Hi. I
Did
just
did you get the new email link from North Star?
I did, and I was so
Perfect.
busy logging into the classroom, I forgot about logging into Zoom.
That's okay. Well, we still don't have Kent, and Kent was the one that was just Johnny on the spot last week, and so I think we're going to go ahead and get started. And if he comes along, then we can just jump him in. And we've got a new person. We've got Rebecca, and we told her about the hiccups we had last week, and that we're just all need patience and grace, and we get through it all. And we're going to be juggling back and forth with not only the Google Classroom, but North Star this time. And this is, if we had problems with my in-person people, they were not able to get in North Star, but they all had to have new email addresses. So Rebecca, you might not be able to get in with, I've entered you in North Star, that they should have emailed you an invitation kind of thing. So you might have to enter as a guest. We'll see here in a second on that, and we'll see how that makes sense to everybody here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here with you all. Oh, there's Kent. Hi. Hi, Kent. We were worried about you. You don't have, you've got your mute on right now. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I was having a hard time figuring out the passcode. I forgot it had to be capitalized.
It's got to all be caps. Yep. Yep. Okay.
I'm glad to be here.
So I think we've got everybody here now. So we're gonna go ahead and get well, we had Brenda last time too. I don't know what happened. We'll see. We'll let her in if she shows up. No worries. But we're going to be toggling. So not only are we going to do using the Google Classroom, which we had some little bit of difficulties with last time, we're going to throw another monkey wrench in here, and we're going to go to North Star. And if you're not able to get in North Star with the with the email, what we're going to do is you're going to enter as a guest, and you can do the things today, but you don't get the full benefit unless you're able to log in under your own email. And so I'll explain that here in a second.
I don't know what I did.
All right. So I don't see anybody else waiting. So, and everyone can see my screen. We're in the Google Classroom. And
No.
again, you're not?
No, I messed up something.
Okay.
I'll fix it. I can hear you though.
Okay, and that's perfectly fine. And like I said, if it comes down to it and you can't do the split screen, hearing me is better than seeing me and not seeing the other stuff. I'd rather you see the other stuff and listen to my big old mouth. But I know some of you are more auditory, some are more visual, some of us need both as we age, kind of thing. And some are tactile. You got to touch and do it yourself. So we try to accommodate everybody in here. But
Okay.
we're in the Google Classroom, and as a reminder, the Google Classroom, you've got to use your Gmail account, and you shouldn't need the code this time because you've already entered it before. Rebecca, you're the only one that's going to need possibly the code, but if you're just wanting to follow along on your phone for right now, we can get you in later on. But you go through the Google Chrome, or you can open up the link from the email that Erin sent you, and it sends you to Google Classroom. And then it's got a code the first time to enter, and once you've entered it, it should be good with that and not make you enter it again. All righty. So last,
Am I supposed to do that right now?
if you can, yes. Yes, if you can. If you feel unsure about that, if you get knocked out of Zoom, as soon as I see you trying to get back in, I let you back in. So really the most important thing is you can't get too terribly lost. We'll find you, we'll let you back in. Some of us went and came and went and came and went last week, and that's okay. And
Okay,
if you
I need to do what now?
you needed to go to the email that Erin sent you, and there was a link to get into the Google Classroom the first time. But if this is
Yeah,
not making,
that's what I did to get to you now.
okay, that was the Zoom link. There's two. There's actually Zoom and the Google Classroom. The Google Classroom is kind of like a virtual classroom where we show our work and our assignments are turned in and stuff like that. And that's why I say it's a little confusing if you're on the phone only, because it's difficult. It's confusing if you're on the computer only and you don't know how to do split screen. It can be difficult. Kent, did you figure out the split screen thing?
I did last time. I'm having to refresh myself this time.
I hear you. I hear you.
Okay, I'm going to the link right now, trying to.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna let her try to play catch up there, and we'll find her here in a second. So when you get in the Google Classroom, remember it usually looks. Oh, no. It usually looks kind of like this, and then you need to get to the one that's got the three tabs, and we're always on classwork. So we want to click on the classwork tab. So that one says stream, one says classwork, one says people. We're always going to be in classwork. And then some people forget to do this drop down, and it makes it difficult finding your way and navigating because these are not all the same. They don't list all of them. So in the little topic filter, top of the thing here, you need to do a drop down, and we're going to week 2. Excuse me. So we're under week 2. Pardon me. Now, you should have gotten a packet in the mail that is kind of useless for this. I don't know why they printed it up. It's about this thick, and it's got lots and lots and lots of pages, and very few of them are useful. But if you want to see it again, here's the digital version of the North Star Guide. And it's basically what North Star is it's a program that they purchased for us that helps us, if you can log in under your name, practice better computer skills, no matter where you're at. If you're a novice and you're down here at the very, very bottom, you can learn the basics and work your way up. If you're more of a immediate person, there's different ones you can pick and choose and to develop your skills. If you're more advanced, there's even some on the more advanced level that you can learn more. And it's done at your pace and at your time. And what's nice about it is a program that you don't have to pay for. It is available. I'm not sure how long you'll have access to it, but it is one that's been purchased for our use And it is helpful to do it when you've got time. And sometimes, and we're going to be a little rushed, we're going to do one today, but it's nicer when you can kind of focus. And if you've got sound, it works best with sound because there's tutorials. And what it does, the one thing I don't like is it starts you off taking a test. And if you don't know much, taking a test, then you kind of confirms that you don't know much, isn't much fun. But it starts off with a test, and then what it does is it backs up and it says, okay, you missed all these, here's some practices and here's explanations of why you missed them. And so then you can take little practice things, and then they've got other tests that you can take as well to build your skills. So it's a skill building set, free of charge for you all to use. But like I said, I don't like necessarily, you know, let Rebecca back in. I don't like necessarily that they test you first. It's like, because I've got some people that don't know how to use computers at all. And so for them, that's very frustrating to keep saying, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, when we know they're novices. So hopefully most of you will be taking it and have some skill set and some knowledge. And again, if you're able to hear it with either headphones, at some time, the sound does help situation. And the most important thing I want to stress on this is the fact that we are all in this together, not to stress, not to freak out. It can be a little overwhelming, but we want to be a very positive setting, and we want everyone to develop and grow from this is the point of all this. Okay. So basically that's what it was. It's a computer program to help you navigate and learn more about it. And then it explains on this first little link how to log in and stuff like that. The easiest way to log in is the one Erin sent you. She signed it, and then North Star sent you a thing saying, hey, you need to sign up or log in. So if you didn't get a North Star thing and sign in that way, you might not be able to get in. We'll see how this works today. But North Star also sent something that says you need to log in now. And some people did. I think Kent, I saw that you've been in there already. And Joy, you were 2 years ago under a different email. Apparently, you were in North Star a long time ago. But I've got the email you requested in there, and hopefully we'll get that taken care of for you too. And Deborah, I thought I saw you in there. I'm not sure. So most of us will be okay. I think I'm a little worried about Rebecca, but I can meet up with her later on and get her situation. She's brand new. Okay, so that first thing was what they mailed you out a packet. And Rebecca, they're going to be mailing you a packet. You just signed in, so they don't have it to you yet. But it's got a whole bunch of stuff in there, including this one. And it's kind of a waste of paper, I thought, the big old thick thing on North Star. But there's a few little tidbits that are good. But this one here online is actually a little bit better. So if you're following along on your computer, you want to go up to the top tab and close out the North Star. And that takes us back to week 2. And again, if yours doesn't look like mine with the kind of bluish gray boxes, you probably didn't drop down and pick week 2. If it says all topics up here, you need to go ahead and drop down to week 2 so that you can get into North Star next. Okay? Rebecca, were you able to get into the Google Classroom? Okay, she might still be working on that. All right, so we are going to scroll down. Come on. To where it says First Tennessee Human Resources. So it's a hyperlink. So when you move your mouse to it, it's going to turn blue. First Tennessee Human Resource. And what that's going to do is going to take you to the North Star. So if you want to go ahead and click that, that's an easy access to it. And here's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to click on this bluish greenish box here that says log in with North Star. This is how you're supposed to access it. So when you click that, for the first time, it's going to want you to put in your email. If you've been using it already, your email should already be in there. Now, it's whatever email, and I can let you know which ones you're signed up in. It might not necessarily be your Gmail one. For instance, Joy, you know which one I sent for you now on that. And Kent, I've got you with the CK Key one. That's the email that you are logged in on. And then
Yes.
Deborah, I've got you, Deb, the cleaning lady.
I'm
That's
confused.
that's the one I've got for
Did you
you.
just,
I'm
did you
sorry.
not ask us to log out of North Star? I'm completely confused.
No,
I just
log.
logged out of North Star 'cause I thought you said
No,
log out
no,
early.
no, no. Log in. We're logging
Okay.
into North Star. This is where we're moving into
I
next.
was already logged in and I
Oh,
could have sworn you said a few minutes ago to log out and I'm like, what are we doing?
it might have,
Okay, so you
maybe my
started,
voice broke. Maybe I didn't hear the whole sentence. No, we're going
okay,
into North Star, so I'm showing the different ways to go into North Star. So
okay.
that's okay. You jump back in there. You can, and just week two, the easiest way is week two in the Google Classroom if you're still in the Google Classroom, and then they're
I
going to
don't
want you.
have that. I don't have week two that I was trying to send a message, but I didn't get seen, but I don't have week two in the classroom and I'm really struggling here to keep up with you and navigate.
Okay, so
But
you
I don't
get,
know what's happening here.
all right. So when you log into the Google Classroom, it starts
Mhm.
like this, correct? You can see my screen?
It doesn't look, well, yeah, mine's different color. Yeah, yeah. And I
Okay,
see cohort 1 and cohort 2. Okay, go ahead. Mhm.
okay. And you need to do the little tab up here. It says classwork.
Okay, when I click on that, hang on one second, because I have to keep closing and opening my window to get to what I'm trying to do. But we're cohort 2, correct?
It shouldn't matter. I mean, you are cohort two, but it shouldn't matter. So if you've got a cohort one, pick that one because that one works.
Well, it's
If you're,
doing the same thing it did last week, where maybe I'm in the wrong link. I am so confused. Which email am I going to get this from? I can't even, I don't know what is going on here. It's showing the same thing it did last week where there's no classroom. So I don't know if I used the wrong link again. I'll just
hmm,
let you go on and I'll figure
okay.
it out from here. I think I'm
Well,
in the wrong.
yeah,
I don't understand what.
I'm not sure where you're navigating to that you're having troubles. I remember we had some issues, but we got them all squared away. So I'm not real sure what we did that you
I don't know
regressed.
which email I'm supposed to be using. I've got confused. All right, thank
All right.
you. I'll figure
Well,
it out here.
I'm gonna, after I get them started, I'm gonna resend you a link on which email,
Okay.
and that's part of the problem. You had like 19 million
I
emails.
think that might be that might not be good. Just I think it'd be better not to send another link because that is going to make me more confused. I just have to find the other link in my.
Okay,
I just can't remember which email.
or flag the email that I send you and
Uh-huh.
use and just focus on that one.
Yeah.
So, but you've
So
got,
what I'm looking, what email am I looking for? I'm looking for an email about North Star or an email about the classroom. That's it. That's it. Okay, the classroom.
the
Okay.
classroom one
Thank
was
you.
the one that originally was sent out a couple weeks ago. And so I sent,
Okay. And that one didn't work. So the second one's the one I'm looking for, which
okay.
was sent to the D. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, we sent one to the newest email that, well, you've got several of them. The DCP one is
Okay. Thank
probably
you.
the one that we went to that made everything work. So hopefully that
That's what
helps.
I'm looking for. That's what I'm
Okay.
looking for. Thank you. So
Okay, you're
sorry.
welcome. No worries.
I sent myself the old one by mistake and confused myself.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's easy to get confused. No worries. All right. So we're in week two, the digital basics,
Okay.
North Star. And like I said, we're going to scroll. And I think everyone else is already here. So I'm going to catch back up to the first Tennessee human resource. You click on that hyperlink. All right. And it says to log in with the learner account. So fingers crossed, this is the way we want you to go in, where you click on here and it asks for your email. And so you put the email that I told you you're in, and then it's going to want your password. And so we've had several people that we entered them with that one, and now they can't remember the password to that email either. So it's real important when you have one that you've got the email password. Once you've done it, it remembers it. So mine is already done. So I'm just going to hit next. And then my password is already programmed in for me. Now, I'm not going to show you my password, but you might want to hit show password, because for one reason or another, one of my gentlemen this morning had his email and then it already generated a password when we had just started this. It was somebody else's password. We have no idea how it was generated on his. So make sure that your password matches your email for that account. And those with lots of emails and so forth, that can be a little tricky. So you want to click on the show password to make sure your password is what you think it is if you already have it generated. If you don't, go ahead and type it in. I always hit show password anyways, because half the time my fat fingers mess up and I don't type the exact right thing. So you want to hit log in. If it won't let you log in, mine, it says, hey, I'm logged in as Kathy. It that might for the first time say, are you on site? And you say no. If it has that little question thing, says, if you're on, are you here with the North Star location? You say no, because you're not there with them. You're remote. It might ask you that. If it's saying and asking you again for your email and your password, you put it in, you know it's right, and it's asking you again and again, what we're going to do today then is you're going to go in as a guest. So if you've tried and it's not letting you into North Star, you've hit this little greenish bluish color login with North Star, you've tried several times, you've racked your brains, I don't know, tried both the emails, maybe if you've got two of them, you've put in your passwords, nothing's happening, then we're going to go to plan B. Plan B is not near as good, but it's going to give you an experience at least. Plan A is the one where you can get practice. It keeps track of what you're doing. It lets you take practice tests. It teaches you. It's got tutorials. It's much better. Plan B is a guest, where you're just going to type your first and last name and hit continue. And then you'll be in North Star. You get to take the assessments. You get to sort of feel what it looks like, but it's not going to remember your data. It's also not going to let you take practice tests. It's not going to give you any tutorials. So it's not as good. And I believe North Star should have sent you something, depending on when I signed you in and when you signed up for the program, probably a couple weeks ago, asking you, hey, you need to sign in so that we know you. It probably isn't going to let you in unless you've already addressed an email from them. So I'm going to pause here for a second to see if anybody is in, and then we'll go from there.
I can't type in my name.
You have to click in the little box with your mouse.
Clicking and the first name.
Where it says first name, can you see my
Uh-huh.
screen? So you have the little arrow. You have to go into the box that says first name and see how it changed to an up and down, like little capital I. You click in there.
Yeah.
And then you can type. The little circle turns blue, and then you can type. And then the
I don't
same
have a
thing.
keyboard. I don't have a keyboard.
Oh, well, then you just tap it with your finger on your phone. And it might not with the phone. Like I said, I know there's certain things in the Google Classroom that your phone won't let you do. It might not let you go into North Star with your phone. So you might just have to watch for now. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know. It's meant to be on the computer, and I know that some people are using their cell phone for certain things. And I know Google Classroom, some things work on the cell phone, some don't. I had no idea about North Star. So it looks like North Star doesn't work on a cell phone.
Okay.
So you can watch, and like I said, if we need to meet up one day in Kingsport and get you settled in, I'm happy to do that, because I'm only supposed to be here Tuesdays, Thursdays, but like I said, I live in Kingsport. I'm happy to meet you and to get this straightened out for you. Okay.
Good.
Okay,
Hi,
so,
I'm in the classroom now, but I don't see how to get to North Star from the classroom.
okay, so you're in the classroom, and what does your screen look like? Does it look like this, or does it look like this?
I'm in week 2, Digital Basics, North Star.
Perfect, okay. So did you do you did the drop down, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Okay, then you scroll down to the second grayish blue box. The first one says North
Okay.
Star Guide. The second one says First Tennessee Human Resource.
So the boxes that are below that are notes. I'm sorry.
Does yours look
So
like
the
mine?
first box, um,
The first box
yeah,
looks
I'm
like
having trouble
this.
navigating between what you're showing me and what I'm looking at. So
Okay,
you've got Digital Basics North Star underneath
right.
or above Aaron's note, then Aaron's note, then Aaron's question,
I don't see
and then
Aaron.
Sydney posted a new. Yeah, I have notes right there. I have that. And then Sydney posted a new assignment, and then
All
I'm
right,
gonna make my screen larger and see.
you should
Go
have
ahead.
a second box. The first box starts off by saying Sydney posted new material. Then there's a
Okay, I
second.
have that.
Then the second one
Well, it
starts off,
says
it says Aaron posted a new assignment, Digital Basics Pretest.
yes, I have that.
Okay, in that box, scroll down near the bottom of that little box. It says First Tennessee Human Resource, and it turns
I see.
blue, or it might
Got
already
it.
be blue.
So
Put
click
your
that.
mouse on
Okay,
that and click that, and that takes you to
thank
North
you.
Star.
I'm there. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. And then there's where there's a bluish box that says login in North Star. So try that one first and see if you can't enter your email and your password to get in. Yes, Kent. You're muted. I can't hear you. You have to unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm sorry. When I go into my North Star, it says North Star Home. Then it gives me an option to view profile CWI Works and view profile First Tennessee Human Resources Agency. I go into FTHRA, correct?
Yeah, that's interesting. It shouldn't have you make choices like that. It should have taken
Already.
you, well, it should have taken you kind of here like mine, where you can click, well, mine's the teacher version, so it might look a little different, but you
Yeah.
want to do the online learning stuff. So it should show you boxes, 3 boxes that look like this. One should say essential computer skills. One should say essential software skills. And one should say using technology in the daily life. Most of them are side by side. Mine's running up and down right now because I'm on a half screen. Do you see those?
Let's see. No,
Deborah, did you got in under your name, Deborah, or are you under guest? You're muted too, I'm afraid. You need to unmute yourself, Deborah.
Sorry.
That's
I had
okay.
it saved in my favorites because I had, and I still you can use it from when I
Mhm.
took the computer class, which was a couple years ago. Only problem is for me, I never used what I learned. So I only retained some of it. So I don't know if this, I mean, North Star is North Star, and I see where it says assessments but I don't know if that's to take an assessment to learn the computer from when I took the computer class, but that's where I am and that's what I've got right now. I
Okay.
can scroll down. I mean, I can scroll down. Online self-guided tour, then classroom curricula, provide detailed lessons plans for teachers and can be used remotely or in person. And then it goes on, North Star Online Learning provides individualized online
Let's do the North
instructions.
Star online learning. I think that's what Ken was talking about. Yeah. So go to North Star
That's
online learning and see
okay.
what that does for you.
Oh, it's not letting me click on any of these.
Do you
It's not
see the
letting me
three?
click on it. No, I
Okay,
do not. But I
okay.
see what you've got there. It doesn't show that for me.
Hmm,
I don't know why. I mean, I
I
can
don't.
click back. Should I
Okay,
click the
what?
back arrow?
Let's go, yeah, click the back arrow, but let's go in then. If you're having troubles, we're gonna have everyone go in then as guests, if it's not letting you
Now
in.
it took me off. But if I click on, do you want me to click on my North Star? Or
Go,
just,
instead of going through favorites, go in through the Google Classroom like I showed you.
yeah, okay.
So go to week 2. Are you still in the Google Classroom?
No, I didn't have that because I guess I am. Pathways to employment, right?
Yep, that's
But then
Google Classroom. And so go
it
to
just
week,
says view all this week, next week, later. I thought I was set when I had already had the North Star. I didn't know, so I didn't pay attention.
it
Sorry.
seems to have a mind of its own. That's all right. So are you in the Google Classroom where you can see classwork, the tab classwork?
No. I have to do, assigned, missing, done. SCSEP pathways to
All
employment,
right, click the
no due
SE,
date.
click this one. The SCSE Pathways to Employment. Click that.
Okay.
And
Doesn't
then
change anything.
it should have up here then given you stream classwork and people.
No. It's asking, how do you handle feedback? What workplace technology do you feel confident using? What makes interview feel challenging and what
It's the
helps?
wrong cohort.
It's the what?
That's the old cohort. I kept doing that too. So you're in cohort 1, but you want to be in cohort 2, so you want to back up and click on cohort 1, I believe. I mean cohort 2.
Okay,
From
see.
where?
So the back arrow here will take her back one more.
I should go back. Okay, I'm going back. Pathways to employment, cohort 1. I see that, but I have no way of getting to something else.
Because I don't show another option. I don't even see a cohort 2 on
It says
mine.
stream classwork people. Got that, but it's still under cohort 1. Do
Okay,
I
well, that's
click?
okay. Okay, that's okay. If it says stream classwork people, you want classwork. Unless
Okay.
yours is going to be like Joy's, which was kind of weird. So fingers crossed it's not. All
Okay,
right.
I see week 2. I'm
Okay,
on that.
perfect. So do a drop
Thank you.
down.
I'm
But
really
wait, Deborah.
sorry.
Do the drop down. Do a drop down from the all topics. Do the drop down to week 2. Don't scroll down to week 2.
Oh, click on week 2?
Yeah, so
Is that what
click
you
on
mean?
yes. Otherwise, you're
Week
not.
2 digital basics. Click on
Yes,
that.
yes. And then scroll
Hmm.
to the second one. The first little box starts off, it says Sydney, blah, 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 and it says North Star Guide. The second little box starts off, Aaron posted a new assignment, and it says First Tennessee Human Resource. Click on the,
No, all topics up at the top. I had to go back because it
right,
didn't do
right.
anything. So click on all topics.
Well, you want to click the all topics and drop down to week 2. So,
Oh, click on that. Got it.
and then
Okay.
go down to
Sydney
week 2.
posted. Yes. Got it.
Okay, now skip that first little one. Go to the second little one that starts off, it says Aaron posted.
Got it.
And there's a box down here that turns blue when you get your mouse near it. It says First Tennessee Human
Got it. But
All right.
it doesn't turn any other color. It just stays like that.
Well,
Click on it.
click on it.
Okay.
And I've already logged into, yours is going to have a little bluish box that says log
It
in.
says login.
So click that and try your email and password and
It's
see if it
on there.
lets you. Perfect. Then
It just has my email there and then it says next. Click
hit
next.
next, and it might remember your password.
It will. So do login,
Yep.
learner invitation. Yes, accept the invitation at First Tennessee Human Resource Agency. Is that what I click on?
It should have asked a question like, are you on site or not?
No, it says learner invitations. The location below has invited you to join their location in North Star Online Learning. Do you
Sure.
want to accept the invitation?
Sure, accept it. Why not?
Okay, then it says learner membership activated.
Perfect. Okay.
Really?
Then that sounds
Oh, I see the same thing. Essential computer skills.
All right. Yay. Joy, are you in now?
I am, praise the Lord.
Yay. Under your
I'm so sorry.
That's
I'm
okay.
so
Under your
sorry.
email? Under your email?
Under the correct email, not in my old class. I was encountering the same problem, similar problems to what she was encountering.
So
But yeah.
let's check with Kent. Kent, where are you now?
Thanks for helping, Joy.
I
Oh,
had
of
to
course.
come back, Kathy, and get my password for North Star. I had it
Oh.
upstairs, so I had.
Okay. Hey,
So
like I said, as long as we have patience and grace and a good sense of humor, we're getting through this. Poor Rebecca, this is her first, so we have to give her extra grace because it's lots of fun trying to teach computer skills via the computer. It really is.
What a group, right?
Yes, like whoever
Yeah.
thought this up, I don't know. but the
It's
last
funny.
cohort, what makes this one even better while Kent's looking for his password is they had me teaching both in person and online at the same time. And so I had people in my classroom that didn't know what they were doing, and I had people on Zoom that didn't know what they were doing. And then I had to disappear to go help those people, and and everyone was super frustrated. So I made a point of, with this cohort, splitting it so I can focus just on you people Zoom. And again, it's hard because I can't see your screen and know exactly what you're doing, but I've got a good idea. And then when they come in person, I've got a large number of people, and I just go from person to person to person, and I see where they're at, and we find them. When they get lost, we put them back in, and so it's working better. But you should have seen the first cohort. Woo, you think this is fun. so hopefully Kent is getting into North Star as well. We are going to, if you can find the one that says basic computer skills. Now, Deborah, if you did this a couple years ago, you probably did this a couple years ago. It may or may not remember that. I don't know, but we're going to click on the hyperlink that says basic computer skills. And what I said, I don't care for this necessarily because it is expecting you to know some stuff, and people are different levels. You guys do know some stuff, so I think this will be better, but it assesses you straight off. And so there's a button that says, do you know what? If you don't know it, skip it, and don't stress too much. But I'm going to see if I can get mine to run here, because of course we have all sorts of issues. It's going to ask you if you can hear it, and that's why I keep you guys muted, because you can hear mine right now. I'm going to keep my music on, and I'm going to mute you guys so that if you've got music going, you're not going to be irritating everybody. But Rebecca doesn't have access, so I want her to see and feel like she's actually doing this. All right, so obviously I hear music, so I'm going to do next. You may or may not. If you can't hear any music on yours, then that means you need to go. Let me hold on. Stop. All right. I'm going to stop it for a second. So if you want to hear music on yours, down near the bottom, I don't know if that even shows up. It doesn't probably, but right about down here on your computer, there is a little icon for sound. And if it's got an X on it, that means the sound's turned off. And so you can look on your computer and see if you're not hearing any sound right now, then that means that you have your sound turned off or muted or down too low for you to hear. So most of it, does words too. So if you don't have sound or speakers with your computer, which some computers you need external speakers. So if you're not hearing anything that way, it's going to have questions with words for most everything. You're not going to be able to hear the tutorial, so you can listen to mine. So if you're going, there's no sound, Kathy, oh my God, blah, 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 it's okay. Especially now, laptops usually have sound, but if you're looking at a desktop, if you don't have external speakers, there's a good chance that you're not going to hear any sound. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let mine play so that Rebecca can hear and those of you without sound can hear it. Now it's showing a cell phone though, Rebecca, which is weird.
You've stopped. Oh, there you go.
I'm sorry.
No, it looked like you had frozen up and then you started moving again.
Okay, it might be a lag time. It didn't freeze on my end, but you know how this technology stuff is. By the time it's floated over to you, it very well could, just like cell phones sometimes break up. It didn't break up on my end, but again, you'll have access to review all this later on anyways, okay?
Okay. The sound's gone off. The sound's off.
Okay, I'm not having any issues on my end.
Okay, I hear you right now.
Okay, so you're not able to hear the thing going on?
Uh-uh.
Okay, let me see if I'll turn up the sound a little bit maybe.
Is it okay if we play our own assessment, or do you
Yes,
want us to
if you
do?
can hear it. Nope,
Okay,
if you can hear it, you go for it.
thank you.
Now, Rebecca, it's also giving CCs in here. I don't know if you can see it since it's on the phone, but it does have closed caption, the words,
Uh-huh.
what she's saying. So if you can read fast enough and see if it's tiny print on your phone or not. So I'm trying the best here to get it so that you can see and hear it.
There's also a sound button at the top. It looks like a little
Right up here.
speaker. Yes,
Yeah.
that might, if that's off, you may not be able to hear it. You might need to turn your speaker on.
She's using a cell
Or if
phone,
you,
which they're showing a cell phone can work on this, but she's saying she's not able to get it on their cell phone.
maybe if the volume's off on her phone, or she might want to check the volume settings on her phone. Because sometimes you can get the ringer, but you can't get media.
That's true.
No, I've got media turned up. That's why I'm
Okay.
hearing this.
Okay.
Right now I've got the screen, the pictures of everybody.
Okay. So you got the Zoom showing more than anything. Okay.
I can't hear yours at my end either, but I don't have it muted or anything, but I can hear mine.
Okay.
I
That's
see the C
interesting.
I see the CCs now. I should click that for closed caption.
Uh-huh.
It just went away. Just as I started to hit it.
All right. So again, you can go back and review it on your own. This is a self-paced kind of quiz. I'm going to kind of walk through it to show you some of the things. Most of you all are in better shape than my in-person people that don't know how to manipulate even the mouse. Kent, were you able to get in? Yeah. You're muted, so I can't hear you. See?
Does that thing just automatically mute on itself or something? That's crazy. Yes,
Sometimes
ma'am.
it
I
does.
am there.
Sometimes and sometimes I mute if I'm hearing a lot of background, because then everybody
Oh.
hears the feedback. So sometimes I mute you, sometimes it mutes itself. It's
Okay.
so are you in North Star?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm on my teacher version. So mine looks a little different, but you're going to go at your own pace and you're going to hit start now. And again, it's more, so I'm going to go through it for Rebecca since she's not able to do hers, it seems like right now, but you guys are logged in on your own. So you can just la, 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 and ignore me and go through it. And when you're done, it's going to show you what you missed, if you missed any, and then it's going to give you practice tutorials and explain what it is that you missed. If you're taking something, you say, I have no idea, you can hit skip, but if you can kind of look a little bit here, I'm going to do start now. Some of them are very basic, and you wherever the hand shows up, that's an answer. So some of them have different parts and pictures. So this one's separate, so you can kind of see A, B, C, D. Some of them, they have a big picture, and anywhere you scroll around, if you see a hand, that might be the choice. So most of you probably already know this. This is a cell phone, this is a tablet, this is a laptop, and this is a desktop. So the question is always written up here, and then she talks if you are able to hear it on your computer. So this one says click on the desktop computer. So see how it changed from an arrow to a hand? That means these are 4 choices. So I'm going to do this one because I'm pretty darn sure that's right. And she's not going to tell me if I'm right or wrong because this is an assessment. There is a skip button down here that says, I don't know. So if you don't know it, and then you can repeat it back here if you want to, but if you don't know it, you're like, I have no clue, then hit, I don't know. So now they want to know which one's a laptop computer. And so it's going to go through, but like I said, some of them are going to be pictures and you have to move your mouse all around to see the possible choices. So I'm going to go through this with Rebecca, and she's going to tell me yes, 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 no. And then the rest of you kind of tune me out a bit. Yes, Kent.
Kathy, I'm in the computer training
Mhm.
part right now, and I've already done this. So if I go
Okay.
in and do it again, will it mess anything up?
No, as a matter of fact, I think you can take it many, many times and get your score up, because for
Oh,
some reason we haven't figured out how. A couple people got certificates at the end of the graduation ceremony from doing
yeah.
really well in North Star, but we weren't able to figure out how they earned it. But they might, because I went in and I had like a 90 something on one of them and I didn't get a certificate. So you might have to
Oh,
have perfect score. So by all means, do it again, try to get a
okay.
perfect score, because then I don't know how, but Sydney, one of our people here, she was able to pull up and found people that qualified for certificates. And I had a couple ladies just determined they wanted it and they kept trying, and they
Yeah.
didn't get any certificates. So I don't know what it does. So sure, it doesn't hurt anything. Joy?
Okay.
The certificates, when I got them, my instructor copied them and gave them to me.
Right.
She
But I
emailed
don't know
them.
how you earned them.
Oh, okay. You
Yes.
complete the program, I think.
So, well, that was a whole program, but they were giving out certificates for each of these little categories. That some of them they were able to get a certificate and others didn't. They're like, huh, how they do it? I'm like, I'm not sure. It's a North Star thing. They have a certain criteria that you qualify. So you can kind of retake them over and over if you want to try to get one of those certificates that you may or may not get. I'm not real sure what the qualifying factors are, but I know a couple people were able to get some certificates for doing some North Star basic things. So I'm not real sure what the qualifiers are. So Kent's question was, can I take it again? Sure, go for it. It will only make you a better person for it. Okay.
All
Any
right.
other? Go ahead, Joy.
Is it okay to leave this classroom while we do the assessment and then come back, or so we don't hear the chatter, or
You should be able to
or is
mute
there,
me. Are you not able to mute me?
I don't see a button for it. Everybody else has a mute button, but you don't. It's
You can't
weird.
shut me up, I guess. Wow. You can leave the classroom if you want. I'll just let you back in if that's
Okay, because
better,
I
because
have like super terrible attention span when there's noise, so
yeah, so
I'll leave and then come back.
okay. Okay, and if
I just want
anybody
you to
else,
know that's what I'm doing.
no, and that's perfectly fine. I figured there was a way to mute me, but I guess not, since I'm the moderator, that you can't shut me
I
up.
guess that's
Okay,
okay. I just don't.
okay,
I'll be back shortly.
okay.
Thank
And if
you.
anybody else needs to leave, because I'm going to run this through with Rebecca. So if you don't want to hear that, if you want to focus on your own, feel free. I'll let you back into Zoom then. Okay. All right, Rebecca, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so that's question 3 says, which one of these is a touch screen? So when I move my mouse around, you tell me which one is yes. Is it this one? And if
A
you
touch
don't know,
screen.
a touch
Well,
screen. Which one of these looks like it could be a touch screen? This one, this one, this one, or this one?
the first one, the next one's keyboard, then mouse and
Okay,
modem.
very good. By process of elimination, that's correct. Now this one, this is why I was saying this one doesn't have, this one's got a USB port, is could be this, or this, or this, or this, or this, or this. So they've got all these choices. If you don't know, you can say, I don't know, Rebecca, but, and it's difficult to see probably on a phone which one. So this is a choice. This is a choice. This is a
That one,
choice. This one.
the
Okay.
third one.
All right. So on this one, this can be an option. This is an option. This is an option. And this is an option. So this is an option. 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 Which one of those is a camera?
The thing
One.
at the top.
Yep. Very good. Now this looks like an older phone. So it may or may not, but it's either this or this.
What are we looking for?
It says the smartphone's charging port. But this looks to be an older phone. So they've got, your options are this, 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 which is the same thing, or this. So depending on the age of your phone, there's 2 options here.
More like that one.
You want to pick that one?
Third one from the right, yeah, right there.
This one?
Uh-huh.
All right. All right, we'll pick that one.
Was that right?
Well, it tells us at the end. So that's why I said
Okay.
this is a test. It'll tell us at the end. All right. So now they want to know, it's called a CPU, which is the computer case, which means which one of these is the brain of the computer? Is it this
Right
one?
there.
This
No.
one?
Wait,
This?
bottom left, that one.
There. Yep. Very good. Monitors like the TV. This one, this one, this one, or this one? 1, 2.
Upper left,
Okay.
upper left.
Now this one we have to scroll a bit because it could be down here. Oh. Well, that's interesting. It's
What are
not
we
reading.
looking for?
Turns on the computer, but it's only giving you one answer. It's not letting you.
That little round button at the bottom right.
Yeah, but it's not oh, this one?
Uh-huh.
All right.
That turns it on.
And it's not giving us the choices. This actually turns on and off the monitor. This
Oh.
actually turns on and off the computer, but for some reason it's not letting me
Okay.
pick this one. I think it's because I'm in the split screen it changed it.
Okay.
So, but this one actually turns on and off the computer, and this one turns on and off the monitor. But when I did
Okay.
this earlier, all these were options, so I think something's a little wacky. Okay, so what I'm going to explain is how you do this. You probably already, well, you tell me actually. So if I need to take this where it says Rose $716, and I need to put it in here. So I click on here. How do I
Wait,
get a cap? How
it's
do I get?
saying Janice login password.
So the password's up here. They want me to type this down here. So how do I get a capital R?
The Shift R.
Very good. Okay. See, if people in the other group didn't know, then OSE. Now, how do I get the $?
Well, I don't have the keyboard, so you go to the alphabetic, and the $ is on the. I mean, not the alphabetic, numeric,
Very
and the
good.
$signs on that screen.
Yep, it's on the 4. Since you don't have a screen, I'm going to help you there. And then if you've got a numeric board, some keyboards have the numbers off to the side and others have it on top only. But then, of course, you type in a 716. Now, then you click this little guy, or you can hit the enter button to go to the next one.
Okay.
Well, shoot, they're not even showing it on here. It's the caps lock. It's above the shift key, but let me see something here. There we go. All right. So this caps lock here. So I went to full screen. You can still see the whole thing, right?
I can see part of a keyboard.
You only see part of the keyboard?
Yeah, and I see the numbers at the top.
Okay. So the caps lock is what she had on that did this. So I'm going to click this for you. Can you see the full keyboard? Because they're saying
It keeps moving. It keeps moving on me. It keeps wanting to go to the left.
okay. So the
Right
choices
now,
are
I've got it.
okay. So the choices are this one.
What are we looking for?
They want to know, how do you get to a new line? So if you're typing, you want to go down a line, which one of these, and it's all on this side right now, the Control Shift, this one, any of these, which one do you think you would hit to go to the next line? So if you're typing kind of like old-fashioned typewriter, you know how you go bing, and it would go to the next one. Or if you're the really old-fashioned one, we had to do and move it ourselves, but we had a bing when we got to the electric
Enter.
ones.
The
enter.
enter.
Yep, that's right here. Very good. If I wanted to do an exclamation mark, what do I have to hit? Or if I want to do a question mark, what do I have to hit first to get the question mark or the exclamation mark or the pound sign? If I want to hit any of these keys up here, what do I have to hit first?
Shift.
Yep. Good job. So you make a mistake, you want to back up and get rid of it. What do you hit?
The arrow to the left.
Yep. Do you know how we do that?
How to do what? Reduce it.
To mute it,
Reduce.
what would we do to mute it? Do I hit here? Do I hit or slide this back and forth? Looks like, or hit this.
To the left. To the left.
Which one of these three is a folder?
The middle.
Yep, you are good at this. All right, now this one, if you've got a laptop, you have to use both fingers. You have to hold down on the pad and slide it around. And if you've got a mouse, then you have to click it and hold it. You don't let go, but you have to move it. And then you just go till it turns black and you drop it in case. There's lots of choices here. The settings
What are we
icon,
doing?
it wants to know which one of these I'd hit for settings.
Setting is the wheel with spokes.
Yep, very good. So what would make the computer easier to use, like increasing the size of the text and things like that?
The middle of the square at the top.
Square at the top.
Yeah, there's reduce, square, and then close.
Well, oh, these?
Yeah.
Well, but if you want to make the text bigger,
Oh, the check.
yeah. It says if we want to make
Well,
the
that would
computer,
make.
so to make the computer easier to use, like the size of the text of the screen, or make the mouse pointer bigger.
It's hard for me to read. Read those on the left. Oh, display. Display would be enlarge.
There you go.
Display. That would enlarge it.
Yeah, it's not letting me click display. Huh. So if it says software update. I think we all know this one pretty much. When it says software update, it just messes up everything is what it does.
Yeah.
So which one is it? Software update, right?
Yeah. The own.
1, 2, 3, or 4.
For what?
Which one of these is the mouse? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
3. 3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Touchpad. 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Touchpad. I guess 2.
Okay.
That looks like a cell phone.
Now it says click on the mouse pointer that will open a hyperlink. We just did that earlier today.
Era.
The arrow.
Wait.
Which one do you click
Click
to
on
start typing? 1, 2, 3, or 4? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I get 3. My thing keeps moving on me.
Okay. All right, to open something on the folder, most everybody knows you just double click. So which
What are we doing
mouse,
now?
which side of the mouse? So you can't hear her talking at all?
No.
Okay, so it says which mouse click is it going to be on the, when you have a mouse, you've got the two sides. Is it the left click, the right click, or a double click to open the menu to make a new folder? You want it to do this, make a new folder. Right click,
Right
left.
click.
Same thing as before. If you've got a laptop, you have to hold down the finger and drag it until it turns black and drop it in there. It says unclick, so you just go over to it and you tap it to undo it, and you tap it again to do it if you need to. and then hit next. So next. This one's more complicated, but you just, to change it, you go the drop down, and this one. Come on. Oh, it's not gonna let me. There it goes. And change it to solid color. A plus sign or a minus sign makes it louder.
Louder would be plus.
Okay. That you can store files, you can store information. The mouse,
Right, the right, upper right.
okay. Any others? It says select any of them. So do you see any others or no?
The disc.
Okay. Any others? Is that it?
I'm not sure about Google Drive.
Well, you want me to click it or not? It's kind of
Okay.
like iCloud. Google Drive is a lot like iCloud.
Okay, yeah.
Sounds good. All right.
Click on the icon that shows your device.
That one, that one, that one, that one.
I didn't hear what it said.
Oh, sorry, Wi-Fi. Which one's connected to Wi-Fi? Shows that you're on Wi-Fi.
The third one.
And if you can tell it's hard on your phone, it does pop up and tell you Wi-Fi internet access. So yeah.
Yes.
All right, we are finished. Let's see how we did. Hey, you got an 88.9%. Yay, good job. All right, so what this is, and this is why I wanted to show you all, and you all, I think, are mostly finished anyways. It shows you on the one side what you answered correctly and what numbers, and it shows you which ones you didn't do correctly on this side. Now, I'm using the teacher mode, so it doesn't give me practices, but on yours, it'll say you can practice. You click on it, it gives little tutorials, and then it explains what you missed and why you missed. Okay, so
Okay.
hopefully Joy will join us again. I know she logged in and then saw that we weren't done yet and she went back out. But what I want to show you too with this is all the choices that you have here. So that was the basic computer skills. Now the telephone one, there's not a tutorial, I don't think, but there's one on internet basics, using the email. Windows 10 is already out, so you don't want to do that one. Windows 11 is the one that's current. But if you like the Microsoft Office, or if you feel like you should know some more stuff about the Microsoft Office, Word especially is one you can do. Excel, that's the spreadsheet. PowerPoint is another one. Google Docs is what we're working in right now, and that's the one I didn't know much about either. So any of these that you feel, you know, I should brush up on these things, you can do that. And it does the same thing. It starts off with a test, it tells you what you missed, and then gives you tutorials on what you didn't get right so that you can learn it. And you can do this as many times as you need to. You can repeat, like, okay, I'm still not getting it, and it will still do that. Then there's also ones over here that deal with social media, information literacy, career search skills, your digital footprint. There's different ones here, cybersecurity basics. So there's lots of different topics here that you can keep reviewing. And like I said, this is paid for. It's normally something that you have to pay to do, but it helps build your skills, and you can keep taking it as many times. The Mac OS is if you have a MacBook, which most people can't afford, but if you've got a MacBook, the Mac OS is for that. Okay. Any questions about the North Star then? It's easier when you don't hear me doing this than visit and go back and do whatever. And like I said, if you want to try to get some of those certificates, those elusive, I don't know how they got them kind of things for graduation, we'll get them printed up and you'll get one, because we're hoping that you guys can join us in person for our very last one, which will be I forget what the date of it is, but I own a restaurant, my husband and I, so we bring in some food and we get to meet everybody in person instead of teeny tiny little picture. We get to see everybody up close and personal, and we hand out diplomas and we make a big deal of it. So if you're able, I know it's a distance, I understand that for some of y'all, but if you're able to make it in for our last one, our graduation one, that's when. And now if you can't, we'll mail you your stuff. So it's not like we're going to hang on to you don't get it. We'll mail it. Yeah, we'll mail it to you if you're not able to be here in person. But I'd love to meet everybody in person at the graduation ceremony and get some good foods, and we got a little swag bag we'll give you and everything like that. Okay.
All
So
right.
Yeah.
that's going to be fun on that. So that's North Star. So going back here, and you don't have to necessarily do yours, but going back here, there's a couple little things I want us to do, and then we're done for the day. We got to 2 o'clock. Yeah, we're doing okay on time. When you go back to the Google Classroom, there is a question that wants to know, what workplace technology do you feel confident using? And you type your answer, you click here and you type your answer. And so we're back at week 2, and the drop down to week 2, and it asks you, what technology do you feel comfortable using and what do you want to improve? Now, I had a couple people in the other group that can't do anything really, and so they put nothing. They don't feel confident using anything. That's okay. That's the reality. That's where they're at right now. But if you're like, I can use a cell phone, I can use a tablet, I can use a printer, I can use a Xerox machine, whatever technology, I can use a multi-line phone maybe to answer, whatever you feel confident that you can use technology wise. What workplace technology do you feel confident using? You type that in right here. You click in the little box and you type your answer. And then the second part is, what would you feel like you need to improve? So maybe, okay, the Microsoft suite, I'm not that good with. I'd like to learn more about that. Or maybe a laptop. I don't know how to manipulate a mouse pad. I can do a mouse, but not the mouse pad. Or maybe everything. Maybe I need to improve everything. You can just type, I'm not comfortable with anything. I want to improve on everything. If you're just very limited, but you guys are not. You're here with me in Zoom, so you've got some skills, which is awesome. So type in there what it is that you feel confident using in the workplace, and then something that you feel like you could improve. We all can improve. I'm not great with Excel. I can do the basics, but I'm not great with Excel. Joy is joining back with us, I believe. There she is. All right. So if you would go ahead and answer that question, and then once you start typing, there's a little turn in button for you here, and then you can turn that in. And then there's going to be one more on cyber safety after that, and then we're done. Joy, we went back to the Google Classroom week 2. We did the drop down to week 2. And we are on, there's a short little question that says, it says, Aaron posted a new question. What workplace technology do you feel? And then the prompt is, what workplace technology do you feel confident using? And so it could be something, it could be as far as nothing, but you shouldn't answer that because you are confident with some things. So you can say, I'm confident with the desktop. Maybe you need more improvement with the laptop. I feel confident using everything, but I don't know how to do a fax machine, because it asks what you feel confident using and what do you feel you could use some improvement on. And so then right at the very bottom of that little box that says your answer, you just click there and type, and you put your answer. And once you've typed it, then this little turn in button will let you submit it to me electronically via the Google Classroom. So if you guys would do that real quick, and then Rebecca can kind of watch, because I don't know if Rebecca, if you're able to do that one on your phone or not.
No.
And the final one, once you've done that one, it's the very bottom. It says Sydney posted a new assignment, practice your computer and internet safety. And this one, when she moves some of these in, they're not really compatible with some of the Google Classroom. So you're going to click on this little clipboard here that's blue next to the word Sydney posted. You're going to click on that. And then in this little corner, it'll be blurry. And it may or may not pop up at first, but it's going to be blurry. It's going to say your work, and it's going to be blurry. And it will say make a copy more than likely. If your name comes up, that's perfect. That's what it's supposed to do, like mine. But 9 times out of 10, it doesn't. So if you've got your name, you click your name. But if it doesn't, you're going to click the little word's going to pop up. It says copy, make a copy. And then a little delay is going to happen. Then your name's going to come up twice, more than likely. Click on one of them. It doesn't matter. And it should look like this, more or less. And this is going to have a variety of styles to answer, and some of them don't work correctly. So you're supposed to be able to click and type in answers to like questions 1 and 2. Then question 3, you click in the little box if you want to check it or not. It says check the safe computer habits. So you click in it. If logging out is good, if sharing your password is good, you're supposed to click all the ones that are safe. And you can just click as many as you need on that one. Then scrolling down, it explains what a good password looks like. So then it asks you to give an example of a strong password. Then it asks you to highlight, and yours may or may not do that. It says read each statement and highlight safe or unsafe. So you hold it down and highlight. It may or may not, because usually it doesn't. It does it for a bit, and then when you go to do the next one, it erases it. And that's something that it's not compatible. So don't worry so much about that if you're not able to get that, because it doesn't seem to work on most people's computers. Then there's some more that you can click on the little line and type, click on the line and type, some more little boxes that you can check or uncheck, some more that you can type, more type. And then these also you can't do. It says circle, it won't let you circle. And then when you're done, the very, very top here, it hides. It says turn in. The very top, it says turn in. The top right hand next to a blue button that says share, it says turn in. You can also go back to where we were, and there's a little turn in where it had your name to turn in. But that's the last thing that we're going to be doing today. And so once you finish that, you can check out of Zoom, but I'll be here in case you're going, Kathy, I don't get it. What is going on, kind of thing. So hopefully you can log back into North Star at your convenience and do a few more things, or repeat and redo when you're not hearing me do this, because it can be a very strong, powerful tool for you. Okay.
Yeah.
This one, read the little bits, answer on computer safety and internet safety and so forth. And then again, the button to turn it in is almost hidden. It's up here to turn in, almost hidden. Go ahead and turn that in when you're done, and then you are done. And make sure you're logging in. And Aaron said to mark in that if it's training, to mark in that it's training on there, so that they go to different categories. And I've got you written down that you signed in here for your time as well, because they cross-referenced. I have you in my sign-in sheet, and did you put it in for your time earned? and they're still working on some of you. The pay discrepancy has changed somewhat, so they're still working on that, and you'll get updates on that. But the whole point of this is hopefully we get some good resumes, and then we can go ahead and get better paying jobs. Next 2 weeks, we're going to be talking about resumes. So if you already have one that's mostly done or completely done, we can tweak it a bit. If you have nothing, try to bring some notes or something of your work history. We don't go far back, and we're going to talk about that. We don't want to age ourselves on our resume. So I don't want to hear about something that you did in 1972. That's wonderful and great, but unfortunately that tells you and tells them right away your age, and they should not discriminate, but unfortunately sometimes they do. So we're going to make sure, like, we don't have our high school graduation date on there. We're not going to have if you attended college a while ago. We're not going to list that. So we're going to tweak and update and have a resume that we also going to give you a hard copy at graduation or mail it to you, kind of thing, so that we've got an updated resume so that we can get out there and get some better paying jobs if that's what you're looking for. We also going to talk about interviewing skills and practice kind of interviewing, things like that, so that we've got the confidence to go out there and get a better paying job. So that's going to be the next 2 weeks. We're going to be focused on that. So if you already have something started or something you think is finished, that sort of thing, that's what we're going to be working on. And we're going to be actually using it in Google Docs. So just giving you the heads up on that. Okay. So if you guys want to go ahead and do that one, you go right ahead on that, turn it in, and that's it for this week. And we'll see you next week. And it was much less stressful, except for poor Rebecca. It was much less stressful for us. I think, Joy, we did better this time, didn't we? You're muted right now, so I can't hear you. I see you talking.
Kathy, thank you. See you next time.
Thank you, Ken. All right, take care.
I give up. I'm going to
Kathy?
deal with this later. I'm frustrated.
Did you get lost in the classroom again?
Yeah, I just cannot navigate from one place to the other, and I'm just getting really frustrated here. But it's time for me to just take a break from this.
It can be tricky, and like I said, if you wish, you can use Zoom for your phone and then be on your computer and not have to worry about have that toggling issue. If that's what's part of the issue, we can do that. You muted yourself again, my dear. But we'll get it taken care of. We'll do that, okay? Have a good week.
Kathy,
Yes.
I never did receive a password for North Star or passcode for it. Or yesterday I emailed Aaron my Google email, and that didn't show up. I was wondering, you said you live in Kingsport. How about meeting at the library on Saturday morning for about 20-30 minutes?
Let me see what I'm doing Saturday.
It ought to go pretty fast.
Yeah, and as long as
About 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
9 o'clock at the library on the computers.
Which end of the mall is? I've not been to the library. Is it near where Sears used to be, or is it closer to where
Yes.
the Rural
Yes.
King is?
Go in Piccadilly. Go in
Okay.
Piccadilly entrance.
Okay. Okay. I will do that 9 o'clock
And that-
Saturday.
I
All
think probably we could do it in 20 or 30 minutes.
Quite possibly,
You know,
but
since it's just one-on-one.
but you're gonna need to know your Gmail password. Because I think, let me see what we did with you. Let's see. We just set you up. I've got 2 emails for you. We just set you up with a Gmail one, maps something yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I will need you to remember your password for that, as well as I also have a little bit email for you.
Yeah.
We can
Right.
use either one. We can use either one to
Oh,
get
really?
you in. It depends. I've got you in. Let me look and see which one I've got you in for North Star.
I use a little bit mostly. I hardly ever use my Gmail.
Well, and that's what I sent, and I send updates and stuff, and I'm gonna use that little bit one as the main one, because a lot of people set up Gmail just to get into the Google Classroom, and they won't see any email I sent. So I'm gonna look and see which one I set you up in North Star with, and that's the password I'm gonna need for Saturday. But actually, you will need to know your Google password, because we're gonna get you in the Google Classroom there too, okay?
Yeah, great.
So come with that and bring your cell phone, because a lot of times, especially if you jump into a different computer, you're gonna have to verify with your cell phone. They're gonna want you to do like
Right.
a QR code. So bring a charged up, because I said cell phone and somebody brought their cell phone, but it was dead. So charge it up and bring your password.
Yeah, I'm
and-
familiar with that.
Okay, great. And I will see you on Saturday, 9 o'clock at the computers at the
Great.
library. Okay? All right.
Right.
Take care.
Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
All right, and Deborah, you're gonna help Shirley on Thursday then? You're muted. You're muted right now, sweetie. You're still muted. There you go.
Yes, I am. I'm going to help her on Thursday.
Perfect, because
Yes.
you've got the hang of this.
No, not really.
Well, you're doing a good
it's
job
difficult.
of looking like you are.
Uh, I was doing the other thing, but a lot of what I got wrong, I noticed from the first where they gave you so much of a percentage, was because I have to have my screen, because it's not large, cut in half, and I couldn't see all that I needed to check.
Right, and that was my case when
things
I
like
was
that.
sharing. Yes, yes,
So
and that's fine. Do it again.
I
Take
just
it.
leave it alone.
Yes,
I can take it again, right? I know.
yes.
But
It-
so anyway, I didn't want to have the whole screen because I wanted to be able to see what you were doing as well.
And that's perfectly fine. And this is not, like I said, this is not the ideal way to do that, because most of us need to focus. And this is very new and kind of, yeah, I totally get that. And so that's why I show it to you and then say when you've got, and some people unfortunately don't have any other access to it, which makes it tougher for them, but it is there.
Right.
And apparently it's been there for a couple years, if it was a couple years ago that you did it, kind of thing. So,
Yeah,
so
it was. It's a little different. It's more concise now in this setting than it was before. It was more in depth for each thing that we learned. I think,
well,
maybe
and you
not,
were
but that's what I remember.
yeah, and you were in a computer class, so that would make sense that it's got more depth to it than this. This is kind of the basics kind of thing here.
Right, right. But this is good too. I mean, there's some things that I should have known, but when you don't use it, when I didn't use it, oh my goodness,
You lose it. Yeah, yeah,
I really did.
and that
And I got a lot of certificates from it. So, but I
well,
mean,
but it
it's how
comes
it
back
is.
fairly quickly, because then you're going, that looks familiar, and then it does kind of you relearn it quicker than you did the first time. Let me put it that way.
Yes, that's
So
where I am now with all this. So it's not that I really know.
yeah,
Anyway,
but
good
you're
guesses, I guess.
but you also you coming across confident, you're coming across like you know what you're doing, so that's awesome, because that's what is it, they fake it until you make it, is that the phrase?
Till somebody asks you to
Yeah.
help them, like on
Well,
Thursday morning.
yeah. Now, but I will be there too, so it's not like I'm telling you to do it and nobody's helping you. And she's
Right.
sweet and patient anyway, so she will appreciate any help given to her. I know she's a
She is.
sweet
I'm
person.
hoping she comes a little early because I don't know what she has on her computer. I don't know what she's pre-done, so we'll find out. It'll work
Yeah.
out.
Because when
Thank
she
you so
came,
much.
yeah, when she came in person, and she already had a Gmail set up, I want to say. So
She
hopefully
did. I know
okay.
I remember when they were doing the Gmail. So yes, I know she does.
Okay. So fingers crossed
That's
that
all I know.
and like I said, we get through this and we just do the very best we can. So
Yes, and I appreciate it. Thank you very
so
much.
thank you. We'll see you on Thursday then, all right?
Okay, see you
Bye-bye.
Thursday. Bye.